Hi everyone and welcome back to the Imago channel. Today I'm going to showcase a very unique plugin just recently released by Lese Audio. It's called Smear and it processes the audio in the frequency domain, enabling a wide range of spectral manipulation. I'm not going to walk you through the plugin step by step. If you want a deeper tutorial, you can go and check out the videos on Lese Audio's channel. Instead, I will show it in action within a small track that I put together just for the occasion. If you're interested by the end, you can use the link in the description and the code you see to purchase Smear at 30% off. With that said, let's dive right in. So not yet fully aware of what I wanted to make, I started with the simplest sound element, a sine wave. I routed it to the mixer and without wasting time, I opened up Smear and began browsing the presets. In short, Smear can be seen as a multi-effects spectral processor that combines several effects modules, 12 to be exact, to create really unique combinations. The cool part is that everything can be automated via the modulation system that you see down here. So I came across this preset called Digital Nautical. Let's try to understand what's going on. The first module is called Warp. By modulating a few parameters on the right, like the operating center and the amount, I get a constant shifting of my sound spectral content, and this is the result. Next is an interpolation module, which smooths the sound, reducing its dynamics and making it more flat, much like a compressor. Then we have a delay module that also operates spectrally, applying a different delay for each frequency region. Finally, there's our pitch shifter module. Using the very handy factor bands graph, you can essentially select the frequencies the shifting will act on, and then blend the process signal with the dry one. So here is what I end up with. Okay, I got this particular soundscape and needed to make it even more dimensional. So I applied Fram, another plugin by Lese Audio, a spatial simulator that lets you spread the sound across a vast environment, so it kinda surrounds the listener. To finish, a light touch of Ikari reverb to glue everything together. Alright, now I needed a touch of melody. I was looking for something more impactful that would contrast with the lush soundscape that I just created. So I opened this contact library called Frozen Glock and drew in a few notes on the piano roll, knowing that I would then, let's say, overprocess the sound, so I thought that just a few scattered notes would already do the job. Okay, so I opened another instance of Smear and this time I made my own preset to fit the task. We got pitch shifter as the first module. I'm blending the original signal with a copy pitched up 1 octave, but that copy is constantly morphing because it follows the mix automation, as you can see from the graph. Something similar happens in the next module, a resonance module, so the generated resonances alternate, creating this distinctive morphing effect. As the last module, we bring interpolate back in, where I quickly modulate the factor bands, creating these spectral oscillations that at times resemble a kind of echo. After that comes another instance of Fram, and halftime at 75%, a light OTT, and a final filter freak, where I randomly modulate the low-pass filter to give the sound even more movement. Moving on, we got another sine wave. I once again drew just a few notes spaced far apart. The goal was to create a pad that wraps around everything we made so far. On it, I'm using another Smear preset called Ghost Echo, which combines resonate, interpolation and pitch shifter modules. After that, I used Recurse, another plugin by Lese Audio, a degradation-based plugin that makes my sound more alive and introduces artifacts. Hikari reverb once again to stretch the sound into a long atmospheric pad. Then I sent this signal to another mixer channel where I applied halftime set at 1.5, essentially giving me a copy of the signal pitched down 5 semitones. And here is how it sounds. As the last element of the track, I wanted to introduce this field recording that I found on freesound.org. On it, I once again applied the preset that I created before, but this time I replaced the first delay module with a gate module. The spectral approach to gating is very interesting in my opinion, because it's not the whole sound getting muted like it happens in traditional gates, but only certain frequency bands, determined once again by the factor band you see moving in the graph. This kind of underwater effect is then amplified by a delay. And by a final interpolation module. Once again, if you are interested in purchasing Smear, I invite you to visit the link in the description and use this code for 30% of the plugin. With that said, I will see you in the next one.